Rekha Mataji, I have made you co-host. Kindly look after the sound part. Some people start whispering when we are actually reciting the verse. So please
Okay,
look
Prabhu.
after the sound part. Thank you, Mataji.
Okay, okay. Very good.
Hare Krishna. Let us start with the prayers.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Gnananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha. I would request all of you to recite in your in your own way and keep yourself muted until we reach the end of the prayers. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Jayapataka Swami Niti Namine Namo Acharya Padaya Nitai Kripa Pradayine Gaur Pradata Damadaya Nagaram Ram Pratarine Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Pashyata Deshatarine Shri Chaitanya Manovisam Sapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutapada Kamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavansha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagara Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagar Lalitan Shri Vishakhan Vitansh He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Shri Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishwanurusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vansha Kalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patita Nama Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. I have converted the text into English as I realize that some of you do not know Hindi reading. I request you all to follow. I forgot to tell you that I am inviting for and on behalf of the Radha Govinda Temple, Kolai, Bengaluru, and for and on behalf of His Divine Grace, Sri Namanisha Das Prabhuji, to early morning short Bhagavatam classes. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo
Om Namo
Bhagavate
Bhagavate
Vasudevaya.
Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
जन्मादस्य यतोऽन्वयाद इतिरतश्चार्थेषु अभिघ्नस्वरा
जन्माद्यस्य
तोन्मयादितरतश्चार्थेष्वभिघ्नस्वरा
तेने ब्रह्मरदाय आदिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत् सूरयः
तेने
ब्रह्महृदयाय
ब्रह्महृदयादिकवये
आदिकवये
मुह्यन्ति
सूरयः
सूरयः
तेजो वारिमृदं यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा
तेजो
मृदां
वारिमृदं यथा
यथा
विनिमयो
विनिमयो
यत्र त्रिसर्गो
त्रिसर्गो
मृषा
मृषा
धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकम् सत्यं परं धीमहि
नाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकम् सत्यं परं धीमहि
धर्मः प्रोजहिता कैतवोऽत्र परमो निर्मत्सराणां सताम्
धर्मः परमो निर्मत्सराणां
वेद्यं वास्तवम् अत्र वस्तु शिवदं तापत्रयोन्मूलनम्
वेद्यं
वेद्यं वास्तवमवस्तु शिवदम् आपत्त्रयोन्मूलनम्
श्रीमद्भागवते महामुनिकृते किं वा परैरीश्वरः
श्रीमद्भगवते महामुनिकृते परैरीश्वरः
सर्वोरद्य अवरुध्यते कृतिभिः शुश्रूषुभिस्तत्क्षणात्
सद्योवृत्यवरुध्यते प्रकृतिभिः शुश्रूषुभिस्तत्क्षणात्
निगमकल्पतरोर्गलितं फलम् सुखमुखात् अमृतद्रवसंयुतम्
निगमकल्पतरोर्गलितं फलं सुखमुखादमृतद्रवसंयुतम्
पिबत भागवतं रसमालयम् मुहुरहो रसिक भावुकः
पिबत भागवतं रसमालयं मुहुरहो रसिका भुवि भावुकाः
नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमम् देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये
देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं जयमुदीरयेत्
शृण्वतां स्वकथा कृष्णः पुण्यश्रवणकीर्तनः
शृण्वतां स्वकथां कृष्ण पुण्यश्रवणकीर्तनः
हृदयन्तस्थो यभद्राणि विदुनोति सुरस्तताम्
हृदयन्तस्थो ह्यभद्राणि विदुनोति श्रुतिसताम्
नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया
नित्यं भागवत सेवया
भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवती नैष्टिकी
भगवती
ते उत्तमा श्लोके भगवती नैष्टिके.
By regular attendance in the classes on the Bhagavatam and by rendering of the service to the pure devotee, all that is troublesome to the heart is almost completely destroyed, and loving personality of the Godhead, who is praised with transcendental songs, is established as an irrevocable fact. So today we will start with Canto 4, Chapter 30, verse 35. Who would like to recite the verse first? Chitra Mohini Devidasi Mataji, go ahead. Hare Krishna Mataji.
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. श्लोक 35. यत्रे ईड्यन्ते कथामृष्टः कृष्णया प्रशमो यतः निर्वैरं यत्र भूतेषु नो उद्वेगो यत्र कश्चन. हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी.
Thank you, Mataji. Madhubai Mataji.
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. यत्रेड्यन्ते कथामृष्टाः तृष्णायाः प्रशमो यतः निर्वैरं यत्र भूतेषु नोद्वेगो यत्र कश्चन. थैंक यू प्रभु जी.
Thank you, Mataji. Sudhasa Subhas Mataji. Hare Krishna Mataji.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी. यत्रे दयन्ते कथामृष्टाः तृष्णया प्रसन्नोऽवतः निर्वैरं यत्र भूतेषु नोद्वेगो यत्र कश्चन. थैंक यू प्रभु जी.
Thank you, Mataji. Ayushi Mataji.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी. प्रणाम प्रभु जी. यत्रेन्द्यन्ते कथामृष्टाः कृष्णयः प्रशमो यतः निर्वैरं यत्र भूतेषु निर्विघ्नो यत्र कश्चन. थैंक यू सो वेरी मच प्रभु जी. हरे कृष्ण.
Hare Krishna Madhusoni Mataji.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. यत्रे यन्ति कथामृष्टा अस्तृष्णाया प्रशमो यतः निर्वैरं यत्र भूतेषु नोद्वेगो यत्र कश्चन. थैंक यू प्रभु जी. हरे कृष्ण.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Vijaya Kumari Mataji.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी. यत्रेन्द्यन्दो कथामृष्टा धृतानः प्रसमो यदः निर्वैरं यत्र भूतेषु नोद्वेगो यत्र कश्चनः. थैंक यू प्रभु जी.
Thank you, Mataji. Divya Sarika Mataji.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु. यत्रे यन्ते कथामृष्टाः कृष्णाय प्रसन्नो यतः निर्वैरं यत्र भूतेषु नोद्वेगो यत्र कश्चन.
Surya Prakash Rao Prabhuji.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी.
Hare Krishna
धन्यवाद.
Prabhuji.
प्रणाम.
Dhanvat Pranam Prabhuji.
यत्रेयन्ते कथामृष्टात् कृष्णाय प्रसेमो यतः निर्वैरं यत्र भूतेषु नोद्वेगो यत्र कश्चन. हरे कृष्ण प्रभु.
Uma Kulkarni Mataji.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी.
Hare Krishna
यत्रे
Mataji.
दन्ते कथामृष्टात् तस्नाया प्रशमो यतः निर्वैरं यत्र भूतेषु नोद्वेगो यत्र कश्चन.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Thank you. Anyone, Prafulla Mataji?
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी।
Hare Krishna
यत्र
Mataji.
यद्यन्ते कथा मृष्टान् तृष्णया प्रसमो यतः निर्वैरं यत्र भूतेषु नोद्वेगो यत्र कश्चन। हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। थैंक यू प्रभु जी।
Hare Krishna Mataji. Anjali Mataji.
यदा श्रुदृष्टानय प्रशोमयतः निर्वैरयेद्रभूतेषु नवदेग यत्र कश्चन। हरे कृष्णा। Thank you very much, Prabhuji.
Thank
Hare
you. Anjali
Krishna
Mataji.
Prabhuji.
यत्रेड्यन्ते कथामृष्टास् तृष्णायाः प्रशमो यतः निर्वैरं यत्र भूतेषु नोद्वेगो यत्र कश्चन। हरे कृष्ण।
Thank you. Anjali Surekha Mataji.
Hare Krishna,
Lakshmi
Prabhu.
Mataji. Go ahead, Mataji.
यत्रेद्यन्ते कथामृष्टाः तृष्णाया प्रशमो यतः निर्वैरं यत्र भूतेषु नोद्वेगो यत्र कश्चन। हरे कृष्ण प्रभु।
Hare Krishna Mataji. Lakshmi Mataji.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी।
Hare
यत्र ध्यायन्ते कथामृष्टाः तृष्णाय प्रशमो यतः निर्वैरं यत्र भूतेषु नोद्वेगो यत्र कश्चन। थैंक यू प्रभु जी। हरे कृष्ण।
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Anyone
Krishna
else
Prabhu.
left out? Go ahead, Mataji.
यत्रेद्यन्ते कथामृष्टास् तृष्णात् या प्रशमो यथा निर्वैरं यत्र भूतेषु नोद्वेगो यत्र कश्चन। हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी।
Thank you, Shanti Mataji. Anyone else left out? Okay. Yes. Let us start with synonyms. Shanti Mataji, could you read synonyms for us?
Yes प्रभु जी।
Thank you, Mataji.
हरे कृष्ण। यत्र where, idyante are worshipped or discussed, kathaha words, mrishtaha pure, trishnaya of material hankerings, prashamaha satisfaction, yatha by which, nirvairam non-enviousness, yatra where, bhuteshu among living entities, na not, udvega fear, yatra where, kaschana any. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Whenever pure topics of the transcendental world are discussed, the members of the audience forget all kinds of material hankerings, at least for the time being. Not only that, but they are no longer envious of one another, nor do they suffer from anxiety or fear. Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Vaikuntha means without anxiety, and the material world means full of anxiety. As stated by Prahlad Maharaj, Sada Sanmadhyagna Diyam Asat Grahat. The living entities who have accepted this material world as a residence are full of anxiety. A place immediately becomes Vaikuntha whenever the holy topics of the personality of Godhead are discussed by pure devotees. This is the process of Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu, chanting and hearing about the Supreme Lord Vishnu. As the Lord Himself confirms, Natham Tristami Vaikunthe Yoginam Hridayan Seva Tatra Tristami Narada yatra gayanti madbhaktaha. My dear Narada, actually I do not reside in my abode, Vaikuntha, nor do I reside within the hearts of the yogis. But I reside in that place where my pure devotees chant my holy name and discuss my form, pastimes, and qualities. Because of the presence of the Lord in the form of the transcendental vibration, the Vaikuntha atmosphere is evoked. This atmosphere is without fear and anxiety. One living entity does not fear another. By hearing the holy names and the glories of the Lord, a person executes pious activities. Shravanam Shurnatam Swakataha Krishna Purunya Shravana Kirtanaha. Srimad Bhagavatam 1.2.17. We recited this verse. Thus, his material hankering immediately stopped. This Sankirtana movement, started by the Society for Krishna Consciousness, is meant for creating Vaikuntha, the transcendental world that is without anxiety, even in the material world. The method is the propagation of the Shravanam, Kirtanam process throughout the world. In the material world, everyone is envious of the fellow man. Animalistic envy exists in human society as long as there is no performance of Samkirtana Yagna, the chanting of the holy names. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. The Prachetas therefore decided to remain always in the society of devotees, and they considered that to be the highest benediction possible in human life. It's a very nice purport, and this verse and the purport is describing Shravana and Kirtanam. Shravanam is very important because the whole Eastern scriptural philosophy is based on sounds. Shravanam is the process by which our Rishi Munis were transferring the text of the scriptures from one generation to another generation. Shravanam is a process wherein the sound waves are perceived, and these sound waves are produced by the vibration in the air. If we look at the creation of the universe, it is said that Vedas and the scriptures are a lot of several lakhs or millions of the slokas, and we only know very small portion of it as Vedas. It is also said that these Vedas are actually how to do it yourself booklet for creation of the material manifestation. What it means by these is, I give you a simple example, that if you say water, a water will be produced from Mahat Tattva. Similarly, sound vibrations, specific sound vibrations created, produce a specific material for the manifested world or cosmic manifestation. If you really look at it, these sound vibrations, they are nothing but collection of the words. And when there is a collection of the words, it creates what is called mantra. When several mantras are joined together, it creates what you call sloka or a verse. So the production of the matter, as I said earlier, is by the process of sound vibration. And thus, Vedas are nothing but how to do books for material manifestation. The twist occurs when we are in the material world. We strongly believe in a philosophical principle that seeing is believing. And in fact, this is the biggest myth of this century. Our senses are inadequate. They perceive wrong things also. And so, how could we trust only our inadequate senses? I'll give you a few examples. There are many illusions that can easily be created for you to see, like you have a laser show and shows you a whale in the sky or a ship in the sky. They're not existing there, but it does give you an impression. And you actually see that, yes, the ship is in the sky. There are so many visual distortions that are possible for you to see, and it give you a wrong impression. So certainly, seeing cannot be believing. And that's why when you look at the Praman, Apurusheya Sabda Praman is considered to be 100% truth at all the time in all these spaces. Apurusheya because it is produced by not Purush, but Lord Almighty, Lord Krishna. Sabda Praman because that's a vibration of the sound that has been created again by the Lord. But you need your perfect senses to appreciate Apurusheya Sabda Praman. I'll also give you a very simple example of what I perceived when I was learning how to fly in US. You take a small aircraft, a one-seater or a two-seater aircraft, and fly visually. You see down there and notice the river, follow the river, look into the map, and you know where you are going. When you suddenly see a mountain, you realize that that mountain is very tall and your height of aircraft would not allow you to cross the mountain. But mind you, this is just a visual distortion. If you look at the map and it shows you that the mountain is 5,500 feet, and you look at height of your aircraft on altimeter and find out that it's more than 10,000 feet above the sea level. So such visual distortions are so easy to produce and perceive, and that's why seeing cannot be believing. Sounds are found even in the galaxies and the intergalactical spaces. And this humming sound in the galaxies and intergalactical spaces are now called as Om, and they are confirmed by NASA. So whatever has been said in our scripture all along has been the validated truth and now being validated by science itself. When we recite the sloka early in the morning, we actually create vibration in our surrounding. And these vibrations created by these holy slokas certainly creates an auspicious environment for us to live in the house. It not only sanctifies the house, but it becomes a purer space to live in. This is one of the reasons why we go through the prayers before we start our lecture or our shravanam. And then we all together also go through 7 or 8 very important verses from Srimad Bhagavatam so that your surrounding also becomes auspicious for you to sanctify and pass a day very nicely. Sanskrit language has always given Shravanam as most important thing, and Kirtanam, or producing the sound back again, is considered one of the most auspicious process. Sanskrit is considered a phonetic language, and if by any chance you happen to go to Kashi or Varanasi to learn Sanskrit, they first ask you to stay with the spiritual master or a master for 1 year and simply pronounce the words and the slokas that he gives you for a complete 1 year. It is said that in Sanskrit, when you pronounce a word appropriately and properly in a meter, you easily understand the meaning of that word. So the meaning of the word is hidden in pronunciation of a particular word in that meter. This is the advancement of our language. And that's why in the process of bhakti also, Shravanam is given lot of importance, and so also Kirtanam. They are the first two processes to begin with the devotional service also, Shravanam and Kirtanam. And that's why we spend early morning time into listening to Srimad Bhagavatam. We discussed yesterday about the Devotees Association. I forgot to mention one thing which I am mentioning today, that there are principles we follow when we are associating with the devotees. And these principles are very simple. When you are associating with a non-devotee, you can certainly give your association, but do not take any association from non-devotee. When you are associating with Kanishta or neophyte devotee, you must associate with him or her with lot of compassion. When you associate with Madhyamadhikari, you associate with love and affection at equal platform. And when you associate with Uttama Adhikari, those liberated souls who are the acharyas and ultimate in our spiritual path, always associate with lots of reverence, respect, and be prepared to do any kind of seva that is possible. They will not ask you to do seva, but you yourself will find out and perform seva to them. This is a common code of conduct that has been advised by scriptures to follow. Any question, any addition, any revelation, any experience that anyone wants to share? It's a nice verse. One by one, we are going into various aspects of devotional service and process. The next verse is also dealing with Shravanam, part of it. And so verse 35 and verse 36 combined makes the case for Shravanam and Kirtanam as the main thing.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Subharao Prabhuji.
It's really wonderful and apt and suitable for actually everyone to at once realize what is the significance of Vaikuntha, and one need not wait life after life to get it, but you can create it in and around you by always chanting and listening his glories and his mantra and his leelas and his stories of Bhagavatam and all that. So this is wonderful, Prabhuji. Really, for that particular time, we forget everything else in the world. Otherwise, the moment this is over, we will see in the world. So
that's very true, Prabhuji.
That is
very
to take
true.
back, I think. So keep on this Sravanam and Kirtanam. Keep on doing the Kirtana of Hare Krishna mantra and listen it. And be in satsangs and listen. And this particular way only makes us to feel that we are in Vaikuntha for that moment.
That's true, Prabhuji. Thank you very much. That's most
Hare
wonderful.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Name, form, pastimes, and qualities. These are the four things we must look into all the time and perform Shravanam and Kirtanam with that. Yes, Surya Prakash Rao Prabhuji, please go
Hare
ahead.
Krishna Prabhuji. Really, it's a wonderful sloka. See, here it is highlighted about the importance of Shravanam and Kirtanam. Even the Vishnu Smarana is very beautifully mentioned in this sloka. Naham tishtami vaikunte yoginam hridayeshu tatra tishtami narada yatra gayanti madbhakta. It's a very, very good message to us. And since we cannot do any exams and all that, which is other Kali Yuga, the Dwapara Yuga and Treta Yuga they have done. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given us the this Sankirtana Yajna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. With this mantra, if you chant with Shraddha and all devoted mind, devotional mind, definitely our Hudaya Pavitrakana will happen. That's my feeling, Prabhuji. Always, as Subharav Prabhuji told, always we should that do the Nama Sankirtana and glories of Krishna, Leela Guna and this thing. I felt very wonderful, Prabhuji, and you have beautifully explained it also. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Surya Prakash Rao Prabhuji, for enlightening us. This is really the only way, and Prabhupada has explained to us and taking us on a path which is the easiest. We unfortunately are in the Kali Yuga. We have a short life, we have a short intelligence, and we are full of material hankerings and other things. by accepting all other methods, it would be very difficult for us to go back to Godhead. And that's why this easier path is shown. Thank you very much, Surya Prakash Rao Prabhuji. Sujata Mataji, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. I just wanted to add that when when they say that chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra is the only thing, we think it is so simple. Is this the way to go for Bhakti Marga? Okay, it looks very simple, but it is collaborated in all evidence is there in the scriptures where it says just Shravanam is the starting point in the devotional service. So we find lot of evidences in the scriptures and it's the same thing. So, but still, no, our mind thinks, why it is so simple? Is it the real way, the only way to do it? But actually, it's the only way to do it.
Yes,
Chanting
Sujata
Hare
Mataji, you are absolutely right. I still remember the earlier days when I was attending level 1 several years ago, and chanting, and I would always feel that there must be many processes that will come for us to get liberated. And chanting is simple. I mean, it's okay. We'll chant. We'll do it tomorrow. We'll day after. So we do give less importance to chanting, but actually, if you look at it, chanting is the only process, and that's why Srila Prabhupada has said that if you want to do only one thing in Krishna consciousness, that one thing is chanting. So, in any exception, chanting is not allowed to escape. So you may do anything less, but chanting has to be there. So first and the only foremost priority, according to Srila Prabhupada, is chanting. Thank you, Mataji, for emphasizing this point. This is very important. Madhubayi Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, regarding how to associate with the devotees, you told us 4 principles, that is with the non-devotees, with the Kanishta Adhikari, with Madhyama Adhikari and with Uttama Adhikari, how to associate with them. And regarding this, Srila Prabhupada, being an Acharya, he has practically demonstrated and how to associate with non-devotees, because this is the thing which we face it regularly.
Yes.
And he has associated with hippies, and they were all with the drugs, illicit sex, meat eating, and he transformed their lives. And the way he did not take anything from them. Any other person would have been there, he would have been easily taken away by those hippies into their activities. So this is actually a guidance for us to how to behave with a society which is full of non-devotees. Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. That is very true. Prabhupada always explains by his own example. And that's why we revere him so much and learn from him. He is our idol. And we must learn everything from him. Thank you, Madhuvai Mataji. Are there any more questions, revelations, any other suggestions, additions? Well, if there are none, then we call it a day. Hare Krishna, all the devotees, thank you very much for attending the morning class, and we'll again see you tomorrow. Dandvat Pranam. Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Prabhuji. Thank you so
Hare
much,
Krishna,
Prabhuji,
Hare
for such
Krishna,
nice
Dandvat
class. Hare
Pranam.
Krishna.
Pranam,
Dandvat
Prabhuji.
Pranam,
Thank you very, very
everybody.
much.
Hare